Hi, this is U.D.O Dirkschneider and you're watching Hard Rock Haven.
Well, here we are in Westland, Michigan with the one and only U.D.O Dirkschneider. Thank you so much for speaking with us again.
No problem.
This is the Back to the Roots tour. Can you talk a little bit about your musical roots and how you came to be a singer in the first place?
I became a singer in the first place. I mean, I started the whole thing music-wise together with Michael Wagner. I think he's a well-known producer. So we start together making music, and then also we was starting up with the band that we was creating Accept, in 68, 69. So now I was always more into, I started a little bit with keyboard, but for me I was also always like I want to be more a singer, So, and that was in a way the whole start.
Now you and Michael Wagner were schoolmates, correct? Or
Yeah.
you knew him from school?
Yeah, we know each other since when I was 6 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Long time. How about that? And so there are 24 songs on the live Back to the Roots album.
Yes.
I know here in the recent years you've been playing less and less Accept songs at the U.D.O shows. Are there songs on this new live album that you're playing and that you're playing on this tour that you haven't played in a long time?
Oh yeah, I mean, let's say for example like songs like Head Over Heels, Wrong is Right, Except Never Played this song live, and Midnight Highway, stuff like this, TV War. There's a lot of songs we didn't play for a long time. So I mean with U.D.O, I always was doing classic Accept stuff at the anchor, like say Metal Hard, Ball to the Wall, Fast Shark, stuff like that. But now I mean it's only Accept songs, and of course I think we have a quite good set list together.
Did you personally select all the songs in the set list, or did any of the band members have
No,
any?
also from the band, I mean, they're also huge Accept fans, and they said, oh, maybe we can try this song and this song. And but most of them, of course, I mean, I was long enough together with Accept, and I knew which songs the people like most. So, and I think it's I think a good hit parade set list,
Mm-hmm. There have been a lot of live U.D.O videos released in recent years. You've got the Live in Sofia, Steel Hammer Live, Navy Metal Night. Why did you decide to have this release, the Live Back to the Roots, just as an audio release and not a video?
It's coming up also a DVD later on this year, or after the summer, so it's coming.
Excellent, excellent. What was the reaction from your U.D.O bandmates when you told them you wanted to do this final tour with the Accept songs?
Yeah, of course, the people said, "Whoa, it cannot be that you never play Accept songs again." But for me, it's like sometimes you have to close the book, and I was also a little bit tired. For me personally, there was always a discussion going on about who's playing the songs better now. I mean, Accept is still on tour, is in the business. So for me, it's like, okay, I want to close the chapter for me, and if the people want to hear some Accept songs in the future, I always say, please go to Accept.
You have said, as you just said, that this will be the final tour where you play these Accept songs, and the tour has expanded from a small run in Europe to now a worldwide tour here in the States.
Yeah, I mean, normally it was planned, we were planned to make a break with U.D.O, and then we said, okay, maybe also about this to close the chapter. It was like, they said, okay, maybe we do 10, 15 special shows with only Accept songs, and now when we are finished with the American tour, we did 120, and some more shows coming up in the summertime. But when we are finished with the tour here now in US, we come back to Europe. We start working on a new U.D.O album. Easy, so we have time for 2.5 months, 3 months to record everything and working on songs. And then, of course, the album is not coming out directly, so we have some time to do some more shows with Dirkschneider. People will say, oh, we want to have you on a festival. And you said, okay, before you sit home, do nothing, so let's do it.
Well, how will you really know when to cut that off, when to turn the page? What's the moment?
I don't know. I don't think that will be a set moment, I mean, if I do, maybe if I knew this is the last show with these songs, maybe it's a little like, okay, but of course, I mean, there's also a small door open, As long as Accept is on tour in the business, I don't do it anymore. But if they split up, maybe stop, whatever, you never know, then And if I'm still in the business, then I will do some accept songs again. But not still there on tour and stuff like that, no.
A lot of international touring metal bands will play Russia for 1 or 2 nights, but U.D.O. is a huge success in Russia. What do you think it is about a German band that sings mostly in English? Why do you think the Russians have embraced you so much?
I don't know. I mean, we were touring since over nearly 20 years in Russia. I don't know. I mean, U.D.O. is really, really popular in Russia, and of course we can tour the whole country. And most of the bands they do it just in Petersburg and Moscow, and so yeah, I don't know. It's they said we have some Russian soul in our music. I don't know. I didn't found it so far, but maybe.
That's great. Another addition on this tour is your son Sven on drums.
Yes.
And that's, I think, the first in the U.S. shows for sure. I know.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, he was already on tour with us on the Decadent tour in Europe, and for him it's also now the first time in America. So, yeah, he's doing a good job. But I think he has a good future.
And he had a great guest star in the interview there.
Dancing by. Make an interview with Sven.
What does he bring to the band, especially with his youth? I mean, I imagine that's a real kick in the pants to the band on drums.
The drummer.
Yeah.
My son. Yeah, I mean, I knew that he's a good drummer, but when I was looking for a new drummer, I was not thinking directly in the first place to take him as a drummer, But it was a little bit like, he was doing some stuff with Saxon. He was replacing Nigel for a couple of shows, and then in Berlin, Biff said to me, hey, I told him I have to look for a new drummer, blah, blah, blah. And then he said, well, you're not taking your son, So, I mean, he did a very, really good job with Saxon. It's similar, the same rhythm stuff, and it's not so easy to do the drums for U.D.O. also, especially with the tap songs. And and then I was asking, and he didn't say directly yes, it takes a while, but I think he was rehearsing like hell to see that he can play the songs. Yeah, and then in the end he said, okay, he wants to do this, and so I'm happy he's in the band.
Well, I heard the live album, so he's doing a hell of a job.
Yeah, absolutely. He's doing it.
Do you listen to mostly classic metal or rock music in your free time, or are there any younger bands?
No, be honest, in the free time I'm listening just to the radio.
Just the radio.
I don't listen to heavy metal. Of course, if something new coming on, let's say for example like Iron Maiden, Metallica, all that stuff, of course I have to listen to that. I mean, you want to hear what kind of production, what they're doing, but normally at home, put the radio on and that's it.
Do you do anything to keep your voice in shape? Because it sounds the same.
No,
it's
nothing.
Great.
I think I'm really lucky. This is nature. I never warm up before I go on stage. For me to warm up is like the sound check, what we're doing. And no, I think I'm really, really lucky with my voice.
And you're back in the U.S. I think it's been a couple years, three years ago or
the
so?
last time we've been here nearly 4 years ago with U.D.O.
Oh yeah,
on
that's
the
true.
Steel Hammer tour. And I mean, also be honest, I mean, it's not easy to come to the U.S. about all those money things, and it's a tough business,
What do you enjoy the most about touring here?
The what?
What do you enjoy the most about touring in the United States?
Yeah, I mean, it's nearly everywhere, I mean, it's like, let's say, it's everywhere is a little bit different, Let's say the West Coast is a little bit different, Texas, to the East Coast, but in general, it's always the same.
Last question for you, sir. What is your favorite food to eat while you're on tour in the United States?
Food. Oh, chicken.
Like chicken wings or
everything on chicken, everything. Fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
We call it the fried chicken tour.
Excellent. Do you have a favorite spot, like Popeyes or KFC or?
No, not really special. No.
Just whatever.
Okay.
Excellent. Solid answer. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you very much.
Good to talk to you again.